It's a little bit before 6 in the morning and I'm on the road. Decided to take advantage of the cooler morning air. I got about 7 miles to the next water, but I've got 2 liters of water, so I'm okay. But after the next water, it's like 15 miles to the last water on the trail. So I have 40, well, I guess it's like 38 miles to Agua Dulce. And I think I can do that in 2 days. So tomorrow night, I should be pulling into Agua Dulce, ending my big adventure. It's been a big adventure. Well, sun's already up. Only took a few minutes. And now I'm doing the ravine cha-cha. You go in and out of every little teeny gully. And then meanwhile the trail kind of goes whoop-de-doo, up and down, up and down. It's pretty bad, but it's alright. Great views of the desert. There's like tons of solar farms down there now. There were a couple people camped near me last night. So that must have been who I heard hooting and hollering and talking. But they didn't come camp very close to me. It was a very windless night. I could hear the wind up in the trees. I was underneath these big pine and cedar and bighorn spruce trees. And they were just blowing away all night. But it was perfectly still where I slept. Warm, too warm. I kept waking up sweaty and dying of thirst. But it was a good night. Everything was dry in the morning. And still there's not a cloud in the sky. So maybe this weather is not coming after all. But we'll see. It's supposed to cloud up a little bit today. But I see no sign of that at all. Anyway, hike on. I guess I'm in the burn zone. It was burned a few years ago and the trail was closed for a while. A couple of years. Didn't even notice until I realized, wow, all these plants are really short. But look how they come back. It's great. It's still reasonable temperature this morning, but it's starting to heat up, so it's going to be unfortunate that I have to hike in all of this short scrub at the heat of the day. I think I should be coming up to where I can see Bouquet Reservoir soon. There's the marine layers way out there. Oh geez, just 2 more days and then I'm back in it. Anyway, great hike. So I've passed 2 couples. The first couple, I forgot to ask them if the little creek by Lake Hughes Road still has water in it. And then the second couple, I asked them, but they didn't speak English. But I could make out that the water cache at Lake Hughes Road was empty. And the little spring that's coming up in about, I don't know, half a mile or a quarter mile or so for me here had water. So I can see quite a bit of the trail in front of me and I don't see any more people. So I think I'm gonna tank up at this little spring. Hello, Mr. Snaky. Could you please step aside? Maybe go somewhere else? There's not very much room for me to get around you. You're pretty big, Mr. Snaky. And I don't know what to do here. I guess I have to throw rocks at you. Wow, the little stream by the Lake Hughes Road is bone dry, so I'm glad I didn't depend on it. I got about 8 miles to go to get to San Francisco Road, and there's a ranger station with picnic tables about 2/10 of a mile down the road. So maybe I'll be there for lunchtime. We can sit at a picnic table. I've come upon this nice little spring. A little surprise. And right when I felt like a blister pop on my foot. So I'm gonna look at that nice pool of crystal clear water. So, and it just sort of runs across the trail. So I'm gonna stop here and dip a bandana in there and wash my toe and put a bandage on it. And all these nice little yellow flowers, bush poppies. Well, I'm standing on a little saddle. I think I'm going to be saying goodbye to my last view of where I was. So there's cobblestone, there's Stewart, and yeah, that's where I was. Well, I had to get out of the heat, so I saw a shortcut down to the ranger station where they have this nice covered area with a fireplace and a picnic table. And I'm going to take a little break in the shade, cool my feet, cool my eyes. It's blinding out there. There's a hiker up there trying to hitchhike the Andersons. He'll probably be over here. Anyway, gotta take off my shoes. Well, that guy got a ride pretty quickly. Well, I'm back out into the hot sun, and I just passed some hikers who told me there's all kinds of surprise water along the way, and I'm carrying like almost 4 liters of water. I didn't need to carry this much water. Oh, but that's alright. I'm not really an ultralight backpacker. There's no such thing when you gotta put food and water in your pack. It's all heavy no matter what you do. So onward and upward, 4 more hours, yay. look like honeybees. There's a lot of them. So they'll put a bridge over this in Southern California, but they won't put a bridge over these creeks where you could die in the high Sierras. Makes no sense. So I'm sitting on a bench for Bob Kimmer Memorial Bench, and there's a sign for the Leona Divide 50, which I believe would be an ultra marathon, and it has a whole list of people's times. Oh man, those people have strong feet. I have less than a mile to go to what's supposed to be a really nice campsite, and then when I get there, I only have 16 miles to go to get to Agua Dulce, and my feet will be barking a lot less for 16 than for whatever this was today. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, I am beat up. My feet, man, my ankles, my everything. And I got bit by red ants. They hurt. I'm having a great time. Home sweet home in my little tiny nook.